How's this for an up close and personal vertical video? I'm feeling really cozy and like I want to get up close and personal. I'm wearing one of my favorite sweatshirts. Don't tell anybody, but it's actually a kid's sweatshirt and it's like a large in kids sizes, but that's my size. I can wear kids clothes and they fit me quite well, so why not? Especially because an amazing dancer out in New York has helped design these sweatshirts, and there's also toques and different types of hats and t-shirts and all these kind of things for dancers. I don't know if you can see, but on this sweatshirt is listed all the reindeer names. I know it's definitely not the right time of year for this, but like I said, I love this sweatshirt, and the one that is highlighted is dancer. So, that ends up being most dancers' favorite reindeer. My next one would be Prancer because it kind of has a similar feel, Dancer, Prancer. Rudolph, I'm sure, is high up there. But poor other reindeers, I feel like now I'm leaving them out by calling them favorites. And I was thinking about this after my last video, because my last video I was talking about how I've never really felt comfortable using the phrase best friend, because although I think it's really sweet and it's warm and it just makes someone feel really special, it also somehow makes me feel like I'm dismissing the other friends, like the best friend is the better one somehow. And I know that's really silly, and maybe as an adult, like I should trust that other adults are mature enough to not compare and not to take things personally like that. Maybe I need to mature or level up in that sense. I'm not really sure what it is, but I do feel like there have been a lot of people in my different areas of my life, like family, friends, work related, even as a former teacher, like with my students, I've been called their favorite. And of course, it brings a huge smile to my face. And deep down inside, I'm like, yeah, I know. No, I'm just kidding. I know I'm really flattered. But there's another part of me that I'm like, I feel like I tricked them. Not purposely, but I have, especially in those parts of my life, like in the past, I was always a people pleaser. I was scared of confrontation. I didn't like arguments. I didn't always know what I wanted, and when other people were very opinionated, I just thought it was easier to just agree and go along with it. Like even if it was like going out for a certain type of food, or where are we going to go for this, or what movie we're going to see, like I just like to make things easy. But in the midst of that, I realized that I didn't allow people to really get to know who I am. And a lot of these people that called me their favorite were deciding that without knowing fully who I was. Like, of course, someone would be your favorite if they don't cause any problems, if they're super quiet, if they agree with you, if they're people pleasing and trying to make everything really easy for you. There's this illusion that, oh, you're going to gravitate towards that person and think that they're your favorite. But I've been starting to realize that, well, what if I had said what I actually felt? Not about them, but just like, no, I actually want to go to this place, or no, I don't like that food. Or what if I did set the healthy boundaries that I needed to set? Like, would those people still think of me as their favorite? I'm not sure. And the other part is that even though I can take the compliment and be feel good about it. Some of these people were complimenting me and telling me that I was the favorite or I'm their favorite in front of other people that are in a similar community. Like I'm being told that I'm the favorite, but I'm amongst other teachers. So some students are saying I'm the favorite. Then I feel like I want to take the compliment from the students and make sure they know that I really appreciate it, but I don't want the other teachers to feel bad. And maybe that's not my role to even worry about. Or like with family, if people say like, oh, I was the favorite in, a family, a bigger family dynamic, like extended family, if you say that in front of other family members, I don't feel like I can take the compliment. I just feel stupid, and I feel like I have to rationalize why that is so that I don't make other people feel bad, even though I wasn't the one that said it in the first place. But again, maybe I just need to realize that as adults, I need to have faith that other adults wouldn't take it so personally, and that I should just take the compliments so that the person who is complimenting me doesn't feel bad. I think, see, I'm doing it again. I'm people pleasing. I'm thinking about all the other people instead of thinking about what I need or what I want. But yeah, I've been thinking about this a lot lately, especially because I've been listening to some really great YouTubers that I've been telling you guys about. One of them is Pearl. The other one, I don't know how to pronounce her name, but I'll link one of her videos here. And they talk a lot about owning your truth, like being really true, not because you're lying to other people, but to not lie to yourself. And I think that I have been showing up inauthentic to myself because I've been more fixated on pleasing other people. And I think that some of those people have convinced themselves that I'm their favorite, not because they're looking at my real traits, but they're looking at the fact that I don't cause any problems and I'm not interrupting anything and I'm not, you know, stirring the pot of something or whatever it is. But sometimes I want to, and sometimes I should have. And I think that they probably wouldn't have said that I was their favorite. Don't get me wrong, I think I have some amazing traits, and I do believe that these people meant it when they said that they felt that I was their favorite. But I think some of them were going on what they don't fully know about me. And maybe I also didn't know how to show up fully like my true self. And I've been wanting to tell you guys about this for a while, since last month, and I don't know if I mentioned it before, but there's an amazing book called The Courage to Be Disliked. Have you heard of it? Maybe I did mention it. I don't remember, but it's worth mentioning again. It's based on a Japanese philosophy, and it's written in a really unique way as an interview. I don't want to give too much of it away, but I do recommend reading it. And I think the title in itself speaks to what I'm trying to say here is like, I think sometimes when we've wanted to maybe be the favorite, we mold ourselves to fit whatever someone needs so that they will like us and that they will favorite us, and then it makes us feel good. But then the problem is that not everyone wants the same thing from us, so then we have to shapeshift into some other, like a chameleon, and fit what someone else wants, and then eventually you lose sight of who you really are, what you really want. And I feel like even that title of that book just speaks a lot to this idea that it takes courage to be disliked. It takes courage to be your honest self, because when you get backlash or when people don't think that you're necessarily their favorite, it doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong necessarily. Sometimes it means that you're doing something right, because you cannot please everyone. And again, it's not for me to discount when someone compliments me, and if they do say that I'm their favorite, or they love these traits about me, I will definitely take the compliment. But I also am very aware that sometimes they're complimenting me making assumptions of what I'm like, when I'm not really like that. And if I showed up how I honestly am, not only would they maybe not think that I was their favorite, but I also need to be okay with that. And I also think that some people that may not think that I'm their favorite, if I was more honest and truthful and setting healthy boundaries and saying what I really want and what I really don't want, I think there are other people that might say that I'm their favorite, because there are some people that really, really appreciate authenticity. And the irony is, I feel like I always appreciate authenticity, and I haven't totally been authentic, because there are those parts of me, like the combative me or the angry me, or that I'm a little scared of, because I built up this persona that I'm not like that, I don't do this, but that's also not healthy for me. So yeah, I just came on here to be like cozy and cute. So you guys will say I'm your favorite. No, I'm just kidding. I just felt this, like, I wanted to get this off my chest and show you my sweatshirt, and yeah, just put some new thoughts in your mind to reflect on, and let me know what you think. Who's your favorite reindeer? I will talk to you guys soon.